Good morning. This is Liz Head bringing you another Notary Nugget. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and let's go ahead and get started. And of course, this is on mentoring. I will mentor you. It is in three parts. It is in three parts. So I hope that you will stay with us for all three parts. And of course, we're going to cover in segment one, do you want to be mentored? Segment two is questions from Facebook on mentoring. And segment three, I'm just going to tell you a story or two. So I hope you will stay tuned for all three segments, even when it may get a little uncomfortable for you. So do you want to be mentored? It is my hope that you will fasten those seatbelts and follow the segments all the way to the end. I've said that a few times, so you know I want you in those seatbelts, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. Here we go. Let's look at the definition first of all. Oftentimes we use words interchangeably, and oftentimes we really don't have a good understanding of what the words mean. So what Google said mentoring is to advise or train someone, especially a younger colleague. And that younger colleague could be young in age or it could be young in their profession. Then both trainees were expertly monitored, mentored. I'm saying all the wrong stuff and looking right at it. I don't know if you ought to trust this, but both trainees were expertly mentored by a site supervisor, for instance. And then good old Webster, which I love to refer to sometimes, just holding that Webster dictionary sometimes gives me a little bit of a jolt. But a wise and trusted teacher or counselor. So that's what Webster had to say about it. Now, some characteristics of effective mentoring includes the ability and the willingness to value the mentee as a person, develop mutual trust and respect, maintain confidentiality, listen to what's being said and how it is being said, help the mentee solve his or her own problems rather than giving directions, focus on the mentee's development and resist the urge to produce a clone. Commitment of both parties is necessary in order to have a successful session. So there are some key things here. Value, listen to what's being said and how it's being said. Do not solve the problems for an individual, but basically help them get to their answers. Resist the urge to produce a clone. You don't want somebody to be exactly like you. For me, I want anyone that I will mentor or whatever, I want them to be better than me. Do not be the same as me, but put your own spin on things and move beyond me. An individual must know when mentoring is needed. Be prepared to articulate your needs. You've got to tell a mentor what your needs are. And they've outlined a four-step structure, which is pre, beginning, middle, and end of a relationship or a partnership. One should not expect full-time mentoring to last forever. You're going to take your wings and fly eventually. So planning for mentoring and finding a mentor, that's your first step. Planning for a mentor. What is it that you want that mentor to do for you? You're going to initiate a phase meeting. You're going to build a relationship. You're going to develop an agreement with the mentor. Then you have the mid-phase meetings. That's where you're going to talk about your goals, and you're going to continue how you're going to reach those goals. And 4 is, of course, ending that former relationship, that closure, and an evaluation. That means you're ready to fly on your own. I think that is the goal of any mentorship. You got to be, your goal has got to be able to fly on your own. A mentor may share with a mentee information about his or her own career path, as well as provide guidance, motivation, emotional support, and role modeling. Role modeling is not cloning. It's a role model. Take some attributes, but you put your own spin on it. A mentor may help with exploring careers, setting goals, developing contacts, and identifying resources. And we do a lot of that. I encourage everyone who think they may want to be in this notary signing agent business is to make sure you're doing your research. Making sure that you're exploring what it's going to mean for you to have a career as a mobile notary or as a signing agent, or both. The mentor role may change as the needs of the mentee change. Shouldn't be stuck in the same place. Some mentoring relationships are part of a structured program, and there are specific expectations and guidelines. Others are more informal, which I believe is what the mobile notary signing agent mentoring type is going towards. For me anyway, it is more of an informal guideline, because the needs are so great and so varied. So the questions often come in the form of, the questions for mentoring often come in the form of, I want you to mentor me. I need a mentor. My all-time favorite is, I've paid for ABC, XYZ, and UMM classes. I can't spend any more money on training. Will you mentor me? Wow. Wow. Now let's sit with that for a minute. You spent your money over here, but you want me to mentor you, and you want me to mentor you for free. That's a big old wow. I'm gonna leave that there. Now, what does mentoring look like to you? What do you want me to mentor you on? Those are the questions I'm going to ask when someone asks me to mentor them. So before asking someone to mentor you, make sure you've done your training, whether it's do it yourself or you've been to formal training. Be specific about your needs. For instance, I've been to a training, but I still need some guidance on. You fill in the blank. And then if you have to write this any number of times because you need more than one thing, then that's what you do. You write that more than one time, but you're going to write what your needs are. You have to identify what your needs are so that you're able to communicate those needs to the person you're asking to mentor you. Now, another response is, I want to do what you do. I want to learn everything I can learn about the notary business and signing agent business. One person, Regina Kennedy, said to me early in her notary career that she wanted to know everything that I know. Another individual said she wanted to call me once a week and spend about an hour to talk about what she needed to do. Okay, all right. Well, mentoring and coaching in corporate America has a different meaning from private mentoring and coaching. For example, let's look at corporate America. You have an individual who's sitting in a corporate office with a paycheck. It's part of their job description to mentor and coach new people, to help them meet their full potential in that company. All right, so I have mentored many, many people in my corporate career, but I was sitting in my office getting my paycheck at the end of the week or every 2 weeks or whatever the pay period may have been. Now we're talking about individual, self-employed mentoring. It appears, based on some of the comments, that this mentoring should be on a voluntary basis. I have often seen comments such as, the seasoned notary signing agents aren't willing to help the new notary signing agents. I don't really know of any notaries or signing agents who are working this business for the love of working. Most of us, anyway, are working because we need the money. There are so many requests on Facebook for help that it would literally take all of one's time to help mentor everyone who asks questions. But we will see more of that later in my Facebook question section. So it's important that we set expectations. And it's like, which one comes first? And of course, Regina Kennedy, now she's a year and a half, almost 2 years into this thing. So she has a lot to say about a whole lot of stuff. But this is something that she wrote to me, and I thought it was just right, spot on. And when I attended EC Head training, my training classes, of course, I received a foundation of loan signing. Yes, I had some questions. However, I knew that once I left training, I had a list of companies to sign up with, information on where to go to apply for my notary commission, where to go within the Secretary of State's website of laws to see the laws. This one was key. Exchanged email addresses and phone numbers with people in my class so we could work together to help each other succeed. And she told me on that it was really 4 of them. And that worked so well for them. They created their network within a network. That was awesome. And she goes further to say, the importance of training and mentoring. Which one comes first? When you take training, a great training course should provide you with the tools to start the process of setting up your business. Mentoring comes last. Mentoring does not come first and then training. Sometimes people are putting mentoring first and then want to do training. And see, for me, when that happens, people are really not looking for training. They're really not looking for mentors. They're looking for quick answers just to get by. You're not looking for training. You're not looking for mentoring. You're labeling it mentoring, but you're actually looking for nuggets that you think will help you do this business without putting down your foundation, All right. You must first determine with the mentoring, as I mentioned earlier, determine what you want to be mentored on. When you ask for mentoring from fellow notaries, how do you vet the information that you get from the Facebook answers? Do you consider this mentoring or just want to get a quick answer for the moment in time? When someone tells me, I want to do what you do, what is it that you think I do? The responses vary, but boils down to, I want to make some money. Well, if your seatbelt's still on, that's a good thing. The opportunity to share with you what I do led me to do some research. And yes, I use Facebook to compile some information to assist new notaries on their journeys. Right here, right now, I'm doing a disclaimer. Some of you will not be able to embrace what I'm going to tell you. Some of you will say my responses are snarky. However, I'm asking that you just go with me. Use what you can and you discard the rest. Use what you can and discard the rest. Now that's the end of segment 1. Segment 2 is coming shortly. And segment 2 is the one that you're really going to have to fasten your seatbelt on, because I'm using some interesting questions and requests from Facebook. And that's in 8 parts. And so that's just kind of how I have organized it to keep some of the same questions in the same category. So thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. It's my hope that I've added a little value to your learning journey. And of course, if you need to, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Here's all of my contact information. And do please continue to, they tell me I'm supposed to ask you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the main thing is that you go look at this information, and hopefully it's going to be of a little bit of help to you. So again, I thank you very much for allowing me to share. And I want you to go make it a great day. Go make some money. Go make some money. Have a good day.